Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we're talking new releases. Specifically, we're going to be deep diving into all the Jordans that are scheduled to drop this upcoming year. 2023 seeming like a pretty solid year for sneakers. So in this video, we're going to break down and rank up all those new releases, and there's a lot. So let's get into it. So first up, the month of January actually has some pretty solid pairs to be looking forward to. Coming both on January 7th, two different olive colorways, the Jordan 9 Olive Concord and the Jordan 7 Black Concord. Just by looks alone, you can pretty much tell that these are going to be two shoes that don't exactly go for too much resale wise. So while the 7s are pretty much sitting around retail and marketplace apps right now, the 9s actually still hold some pretty high asks. Jordan Brand has already previously released two different olive colored Jordan 9s throughout the years, the original coming in 2002 and the remastered version in 2012. This 2023 release does change it up a little bit though, switching it up from the red accents to more of a Concord purple, Jumpman, and back tab. Overall, pretty meh colorways. If I was going to be rating these shoes, I'd probably give them both 6.5s out of 10. I feel like olive colorways just don't hit for a lot of people, and putting them with two of the least liked Jordan silhouettes is just pretty much a recipe for an L release. Up next, these two pairs are actually also releasing on the same day. On January 14th, the Jordan 1 True Blue and the Jordan 5 Dunk on Mars are going to be releasing on Foot Sites and Sneakers app. I'm actually really excited for these two pairs. The Dunk on Mars 5s are obviously very reminiscent of the Raging Bull 5s, but with cream colored lace locks and soles, along with some orangish yellow accents along the midsole. I personally love this pair. I think people definitely have mixed opinions about them just because they are so similar to those Raging Bulls, but I do think this is a pair that people have a little bit of a tougher time getting their hands on than you would expect. Right now, market on these is high. Obviously, they haven't come out yet, so true market value can't really be determined, but if you take a look at what the True Blue 1s are doing, people are selling their pairs for around $330 to $370 about 2 weeks before the release. So I think the True Blues will end up probably sitting around $220 to $260 range after the drop, and I think the Dunk on Mars will pretty much be doing the same thing, maybe a little bit higher around the $260 to $300 range. These two pairs are definitely going to be solid pickups moving into 2023. I'd rank the True Blue 1s about a 7. Not too bad, but nothing too crazy either. I'd probably put the True Blue 1s on par with like a Bleach Coral 1. The Dunk on Mars, I'm giving those a 7.5. I could definitely see myself grabbing those if I was able to get a pair for retail. This next pair is going to be by far the most hyped up Jordan release of January, the Jordan 1 Low Year of the Rabbit. With quantities limited to only 5,000 pairs total, this is going to be one that everybody is going to be going for. The pair features a brown suede upper with a smooth leather toe box, along with sporting a gold back tab and super fuzzy white laces to represent the rabbit. You really couldn't determine any sort of kind of resale value on these just yet. They're not sitting on apps yet, and nobody's really going to be getting pairs early because there's only going to be 5,000 of them. But it is safe to say that this shoe will easily go for $400+ after it releases. I'm 110% going to be trying to get my hands on these. Ranking these, I'd easily give them an 8.5 out of 10, maybe even a 9. I'm probably just going to have to see them in hand first. The next release we actually aren't going to see until the 27th of January, the first Jordan 2 to actually drop in 2023, these being a women's exclusive release in the craft colorway. I really don't have a whole lot to say about these. I'm not a huge fan of the Jordan 2, but I really don't think a lot of people are going to be rocking with this colorway. I feel like Jordan Brand has tried really hard to bring back the Jordan 2 last year, but hasn't really succeeded the way they wanted to. Last year we saw tons of different variations of the Jordan 2, going from J Balvin light up Buzz Lightyear shoes to old man loafer dress shoes. Pretty much every single Jordan 2 that has come out since they've tried to bring it back has brick. Besides the off-white 2, but that's pretty much in a whole nother category. So yeah, the craft colorway is not getting a high score for me anytime soon. I'd probably give them a solid 5.5 out of 10. To go along with the 5s, releasing on the 27th of January, the Dunk on Mars Jordan 3. These are actually going to be limited to grade school sizing only. We actually saw these a couple weeks back when we went to Sneaker Culture Columbus. Not a bad overall color. If they were to drop these in adult sizing, I could definitely see some people rocking it. Also dropping that same day, January 27th, the first actual collaboration with Jordan Brand to happen in 2023, the Union Jordan 1 KO Low. With an all-white canvas upper, yellow midsole, and removable sole swooshes. This pair definitely hits all the marks when it comes to a Union shoe. It also reps the yellow Union LA tag on the side of the shoe, just to add a splash of color to an otherwise pretty plain shoe. The last two things that we've seen from them being the two colorways of the Nike Cortez, and those were huge flops. So I'm hoping that they at least get a little bit of redemption with this pair. Overall, I'd probably rank these about 8 out of 10. I can definitely see people wearing these with a bunch of different fits. Moving into the month of February, the Lucky Green Jordan 2 may be the only Jordan 2 that has come out recently that I can could actually see myself messing with. The cream colored midsole with the bright green accents is gonna really make this pair stick out in a crowd. Dropping a couple days later on February 9th, the first Jordan 4 to drop in 2023, another women's exclusive in the Seafoam colorway. Almost 2 years ago now, Jordan Brand dropped the initial Jordan 1 in the Seafoam colorway, and resale prices have actually done really well on those. Right now, market sits right around $260 to $350, with smaller sizes actually going for way more than what the bigger sizes do. Since these are Jordan 4s that we're talking about though, I think that the resale prices are pretty much going to stay the same for all sizes on these, only because this is definitely a pair that men are going to be rocking with more than those Seafoam ones. These get an 8.5 out of 10 for me. It's Jordan 4 season out here, and we're rocking with this one 110%. Then 2 days later, we get hit with another Jordan 4, back-to-back baby. The Jordan 4 Craft Photon Dust is by far one of my favorite Jordan 4s to drop in quite some time. The light, almost pastel looking gray, mixed with the patchwork style stitching, makes this a style of Jordan 4 that we definitely have not seen before. I'm rating this one an 8.5 out of 10 as well. Just another solid Jordan 4. I can see both of them reselling for anywhere around $280 to the $320 range. Now on February 15th and the 17th, we're getting two different Jordan 1s back to back, releasing in the black and white colorway and the reverse Laney colorway. The black and whites are essentially just a re-release of the 2014 pair. It'll probably end up being two different SKUs, but I still think this will make the price of the 2014 pair drop quite a bit. Right now, market on the 2014 pair is anywhere from $600 to $750 brand new. After this re-release though, you'll see that resale prices will probably drop down anywhere from like the $300 to $400 range. I'd rate these probably about a 7 out of 10. I feel like they definitely could come up with some more creative stuff than just re-releasing the old shoes and ruining the value of the original pair. And the reverse Laney pair, I don't even want to talk about. I think these are probably the worst Jordan 1 I have ever seen, and whoever approved this concept should just be fired. I didn't even mess with the UCLA dunks that much, and they just couldn't leave it alone. They had to do this, and I hope these go for nothing, because I'm passing on every single pair that gets sent to me, and that is a fact. These get a big old 0 out of 10. Then we got some 13s releasing on the 18th. Pretty basic black and red colorway. I can't see these going for any more than retail. I give these a 6 out of 10. I'm not a big fan of the Jordan 13, especially with that black leather. It just doesn't do it for me. Now taking a look at early March, releasing on the 2nd, two different colorways of the A Ma Maniére Jordan 12. That burgundy is definitely hitting for most people. A Ma Maniére has been absolutely killing it lately, with the Jordan 4s dropping in November of last year. Everyone is still on the A Ma Maniére hype train, and I am right there along with them. I usually don't rock 12s like that, but I could definitely see myself wearing the white pair of these. A solid 8.5 out of 10 for me on these. So I feel like we've talked about so many different shoes at this point that I'm about to just rapid fire around, rating each one of the major releases scheduled for next year. The women's Travis Scott Low in the olive colorway. Not my favorite Trav Low by far. I definitely mess with the Phantoms way more than these, but still not hateful. 7 out of 10 on these. The Air Jordan 4 Yellow Thunder re-release. You guys know by now how I feel about re-releasing old shoes. Cool concept, ruins the value of the original shoe, but I still think people are going to be able to enjoy wearing brand new pairs of these, because at this point the original shoe is getting so old that they're becoming hard to wear. Just because they're Yellow Thunders, I'm giving these an 8 out of 10, but only because they are the Yellow Thunders. Any other re-release shoe, I'm giving it a 7 out of 10 every day. Now personally, I'm so excited for this next one, the Jordan 1 Across the Spider-Verse. I waited in line for 5 hours at finish line to get the original Spider-Man Jordan 1, wore them a couple times, and then sold them for $220 like a dump. Now they're just way too expensive for me to even justify buying a pair. But I do really like these. I'm hoping that I will be able to hit a pair of them day of for retail. That way I'll be able to go see the movie alongside getting the shoes. Now this is going to be very biased, but I'm giving these a 9.5 only because they're the Spider-Mans and I love Spider-Man. Next up, I know people are pretty excited about these, the Jordan 3 White Cement Reimagined. I've yet to actually look at these in hand, but from what I've heard, the details and the materials used in this pair are actually really nice. I do like Jordan 3s though, so if I do have a chance to get these for retail, I'll probably end up towing them. Give these an 8.5 out of 10. It's a good pair of Jordan 3s that does a good job of remastering an old classic instead of just re-releasing the exact same colorway. So we've pretty much covered all the way to March 2023 in sneakers. Definitely some hard-hitting releases coming up soon that I'm excited to get my hands on, but I want to see what you guys think about Jordan Brand's 2023 lineup. Comment down below which pair you're 100% grabbing for the toe versus which one you're probably going to take a hard pass on. The Spider-Mans are an obvious must for me, and I'm not gonna lie, there's quite a few of them that I would probably pass on, but the ones that are really not hitting for me are those damn reverse Laney ones. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video and got a little bit of information on what to look for going into this upcoming year. Make sure sure to go check out my Instagram and Snapchat. Links to those are going to be down in the description below. I'm always posting new steals for sale on the story, so make sure you guys go check it out. And with more and more content coming to the channel this year, you guys are not going to want to stay out of the loop. So make sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you guys aren't missing out on any of that new content. New videos every Wednesday with YouTube shorts and reviews all in between, so you guys aren't missing out on any of the content within that week. But thanks again for watching. I'll see you guys Wednesday for a brand new video. Peace.